Welcome to part 9 of this tutorial. I'm Abhishek Inamdar from Keyframes Online. In so many previous parts we have done the structure and the arrangements. So if you have missed those videos, do check my previous videos so you will have the better understanding. So let's get started with this lesson. The few changes I feel is just we can make more of this, so it will give some more realistic feel of lights. Some will be small. So it will look good. Just make this way. Now somewhere over here, and be slightly on more smaller. No, it's fine. I'll take the boundary first. I'll go to line, and from here by press shift you will get a straight line. So we'll extrude it. Somewhere on the line. I'll add shell to give the thickness. Say straighten corners. And we'll start with the texturing. But before texturing, I always do my test renders of say an off-white with a texture, so we can see how and where the mesh is going. So it's very easy. I'll go to settings and I'll take first Vray render and global switches. On override material, I'll go to my material. I'll take Vray material, give some dark grayish material. So if you have day scene, you can always go with some white, and if you have very evening scene or dark night scene, you can go towards gray. So I'll take slightly gray, and I'll add Vray edges. Color will be a dark thickness will be somewhere around, we'll decide when we do the render. And in this case we don't have any lights, so just on this, take a radiance map and say light cache and set it very low. I want to show the calculation phase on. So if you want this whole setting of Vray, there is my separate lecture on Vray settings, so I'll not just go and dig into the details. Light cache I'll dip down to 500. I'll say show calculation phase on. Go to settings, and if you want faster renders, so we'll come down with 0.5, something like that, but right now we'll keep it 1. The render region division will be 32 for fast results. I don't want Vray log, and everything seems good. And on the environment light with white. Now we'll add a light to the scene. I'll take a Vray sun. I'll go to top viewport. I don't want to take that ready-made sky comes with the light, so I'll say no. I'll go to left viewport, be like this, go to top and slightly like this. Say so before doing a camera setup or any other setup, I like to go into Vray sun setting. So generally I start with a turbidity of 4 for the evening scenes, and multiplier I generally start with very less, 0.01, and size multiplier maybe some around 3 or 2. And size multiplier basically gives a very soft shadows, and if you want more soft shadows, so I can increase up to 3 also. And when regarding that, here is a shadow subdivisions. So if your shadow is looking grainy, so we can increase it to 8 or something like that. So right now for test renders it's 3 is fine, and we don't want to see this photon emit radius. I'll just come with this down, and at the same time I'll go in Vray camera, and I'll set some basic parameters. If you see our structure, it's some around distorted on the lines, it's not looking so straight. So just you have to say guess vertical, it will make our model look straight as good. So slightly zoom this, and I'll always use save frames before doing any adjustments. So this is how the final result will be, the frames will be. And I don't want a vignetting effect that I can do in my Photoshop, and I want it as a neutral white balance. And the shutter speed for the day scenes, I usually come down with the shutter speed. If there is a low shutter speed, the maximum light will come in, and if there is a higher shutter speed, the less light will come in. So for as of evening view, so I can always come with the down, and then we can increase gradually. We can increase the values. So somehow I'll start with the 25, and ISO will be 200. The maximum time will go to change this parameters always in Vray camera. So this is we have to take into consideration. This is not absolute final values for it. We have to see and check what's the working good for particular scenes. So I always tell you guys, so you just have to be on R&D mode always. So now everything is fine. I'll go to Vray settings. This is what we have make the material. I'll just pause my video so we can check this render how it's done. So I'll just pause my video. So this is what we got the render, and generally I always use this technique to test my renders. So it saves a lot of time to set the camera, to set the lights, and the only work was left with us is the materials. So this is how I go, and the changes what I see in this render, we need more turbidity in the light. So because of we want to show the evening scene, so I'll press H. Select sun. Set turbidity to 5, and the shadow subdivision will be 5. And the last small changes I need is that the sun slightly will be pointing to downwards, so it will give more sunset feeling to it, and this is how we can go forward. And the second thing, before test render, I'll give the glass material to the windows, and will remove that override material. So I'll go to material and say Vray. Glass diffuse color will be dark gray to black, and reflective will be to gray. Refraction will be towards white. Select the windows, I'll say open. Press H on my keyboard. So I'll select the glass. Assign the glass. say close this group. And before taking the test renders, and we will be approaching to HDRI lights in the scene. Go in materials and say get material. And if you see in Vray, there is a Vray HDRI. I'll take the HDRI map. I'm taking this HDRI sun that will be on evening shot. So just name this HDRI. Mapping type will be spherical, and if you notice, it's total black due to we can't see the whole thing. So if you go and say uncheck this one, now I'll go to render setup, and in environment I'll just drag this here and say instance, and same thing I'll be instancing over here. Just increase my overall multiplier. If you see, only small amount of light we are seeing, so we just rotate it horizontal. Flip vertical will be there. So I've increased the gist, and I'll just pause my video and see the changes. So this is what I was expecting, and if you notice, we have made the glass material, and I have also signed, but never mind if we don't see right now. So actually I don't expect right now to see the detailness. The thing we have to keep in mind, how the light is coming and how our scene will be rendered. Basically, in my thought, I was making some evening scene, which is sunset scene, and of course there should be light in house also and outside also. So this is what I was expecting. Still, I want to come down with the overall multiplier with the HDRI. And one magic I want to show you in this Vray HDRI. So if you come down with the gamma setting, will increase the brightness of the scene. Just come down with 0.5, and I'll just pause my video and we'll just see how it is. So this is what was the render with the inverse gamma. Of course, we will not do with the inverse gamma. I just want to only show you how it was. But if you notice, I have increased the overall multiplier at very large scale. So in this technique, we don't use actually inverse gamma. In day scene, we increase with 10 multiplier or 5 multiplier, and then we play with inverse gamma. But night scene, I personally not do with inverse gamma. So this will be out of question, so I'll make it 1. So this is what I want to show you. This was our previous render, and it gives us mild light to it, and still I don't want so much of multiplier to come in this scene, so I'll make 25, and we'll check again with the light with the 25 multiplier, and we'll see. So this was the render with the multiplier of 25 overall multiplier. So this was what I was expecting, because I don't want to sun or HDRI should play a very dominant role in the scene. I want them to underplay the scene, and the maximum beauty will be come from inside. Like there will be lights here, 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 and some lights over here, and some lights on the garden. So that makes you feel that at the 6 o'clock, 6:30, some light is there. Still, I feel it should be some on the darker side, so I'll just increase my shutter speed. I'll just test my scene and render it again. I'll just pause my video. Before that, I'll go and change my camera. Vray physical camera. Increase with 35 or maybe 40 something. I'll just pause my video and see what it is going. So this is fine. The light is fine, and the shade is fine. The shadow, there is more noise in the shadow, but right now we don't have to check all those things. That is not a big issue. We can sort it out in the final render. So this is what I was expecting from this in this video. And if you liked my tutorial, do subscribe my channel, that is Keyframes Online. And if you have any kind of doubts, do let me know so I can sort it out. And if you want some kind of tutorial, if you want from my side, please do let me know so I can make for you. Thanks for watching a tutorial. Meet you in next part.